How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Grimm from the Bug Out Boys, and welcome to another bot. And this bot is titled Ferro Rod Tips. The Ferro Rod, ferrocerium rod, metal match, got a couple different names. I think is an invaluable piece of gear for you to have in your bug out bag, survival kit. Heck, just have it with you camping. It has thousands upon thousands of strikes. It gives you a really hot spark, and no moving parts. Doesn't even matter if it gets wet. That being said, I thought that I would impart a few tips and tricks that I have learned along the way since my first season in Bug Out Boys to help you use your ferro rod a little bit more effectively. So I'm going to bring it close, and we're going to go over that. So here is our ferro rod, and a lot of ferro rods will come with a striker, and it has a nice 90-degree edge on it, which that is the key. Now, let's just first talk about striking it. A lot of people are right-handed, grab the ferro rod in their left, right hand with the striker, and they do that. Because that just feels right. Feels right in your hand. Unfortunately, when you do that, this is your tinder. I better not do that. I'll light them. I'm not ready for that. You'll push it away. You'll disturb your tinder bundle. So what you want to do is that you want to pull. You want to pull, hold your right hand, your striker, and pull the rod to you. Now, this might feel really awkward for us righties. So sometimes what I try to do, and I don't know if it works, is I'll flip hands. Give that a try. That's one tip right there. Now, this is metal. Now, this will strike your ferro rod. Obviously, the edge of your knife will, or the spine of your knife, as long as it's a 90-degree angle. But what a lot of people don't know is glass will strike. And it is an unfortunate matter that you can find glass just about everywhere. Stream beds, in the woods, beer bottles. And the great thing about this is that it's a nice sharp edge to it. If you dull it, it's no big deal. You're not dulling up your knife. And you can just rotate it when you need a different spot. So that's another tip right there. Glass works on a ferro rod. Another tip. Now if you see here, the ferro rod is pretty shiny. Up here, there's this coating that's been rubbed away. Ferro rods do rust. And so if you don't use this, I have been using it, so, yep, right there. There went one right there. I must like in the same place, and now it came back. There's a little bit of oxidation on the rod in that one area. So one thing that I like to do is before I get into making my fire, I'll have it away, give it a couple of good strikes to make sure that I got a nice clean area, and then go in to get my fire going. Now when it comes to very light, fluffy tinder, this is one of my favorites, dryer lint, because dryer lint is free and you find just about anywhere. You can be out here, and there you go. Get a nice little bit of fire going. So you're kind of showering your tinder with the sparks. But when you have something a little bit more difficult, a little bit more wet, or if you have punky wood, a lot of other people like to do is that they'll put the rod on their material and they'll scrape into it like so, because you're kind of really concentrating the sparks. And there it goes. And that's how you can get things like your punky wood smoldering, so then you can blow that into a fire. So that's another nice tip that when you have, for another example, when I scraped all of the birch bark into a dust, I put this right next to that pile and I scraped into it. That's still smoldering. Nice. Maybe I'll make a fire. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this bot about the ferro rod. I hope I was able to show you a few little tips and tricks to help you along your way. If you did enjoy this bot, please do subscribe. There's going to be more bots, reviews, Pioneer preps, and of course, Bug Out Boy episodes along the way. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below because I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to get back to you. And you may know a tip or trick that I don't know, and I am always up to learning new things. So till then, take care.